remind you all, while we are waiting for Heponwana to get set up on the next one, that this is Speedrun Ragnarok 2023, and we are definitely hoping to get a few more donations. I know everybody was really excited to donate for the Final Fantasy XIV crowd control, but we're going to be playing the King's Dungeon, and we definitely could use some more donations here. Just to remind you, of course, that we are doing this for Take This, which is a charity for mental health issues. So Take This seeks to offer perspective and hope to anyone who feels overwhelmed with their mental health issues, so they do not suffer in silence. If you want more information, please visit takethis.org. But if you're looking to donate, just hit !donate or !donate in the chat, or take a look at the pinned comment to do so. So, looks like we're set for the King's Dungeon, yeah?
So we are set on the note of donations. I know there was a donation bonus. Did we meet upgrading to 100%?
I will take a look at that, actually. So, that's going to be a few moments while I find that.
So while you're looking at that, this is a game where we will use the crank. We have a console that has A button, B button, and a crank. If only video games had it sooner.
Yes, actually, we did upgrade to 100% for the King's Dungeon, so we are good there.
Awesome. All right, so this is the King's Dungeon. This is a Microvania. Microvania's small Metroidvania type of thing. One of the most famous ones for really claiming the title of Microvania was Ascent, a Pico 8 game. This was made off of the idea of Ascent. And it's all about, what if you had a Metroidvania that's small and no combat? Instead, it's all about just puzzle navigation. So we're going to go through World 1 and World 2 100%. And time will start when I say go. 100% means we need to collect every hidden object in this, which are cheeses, because we're in the King's Dungeon because we ate the royal cheese without the King's permission. He locked us up and we're trying to escape. You gotta love a game that has a real good purpose like that. So, time will begin. 3, 2, 1, go. And what's cool is this game even has a speedrun timer. If you do get a chance to play this game, I highly recommend it as a speedrun game because that timer makes it super easy. So we are this little dude who is just trying to get through the King's Dungeon, get out of here. We're going to pick up some power-ups along the way and grab some cheese. We could talk to people, but talking to people does kind of slow us down. By the way, we cannot skip that cycle that is on a room cycle, and therefore we just can't do anything except actually just take the hit for fun. We could have not get hit, but whatever. By the way, if you don't know what they are, we are going to be dealing a lot with something known as coyote jumps. Coyote jumps, they are named that for Wile E. Coyote. Wile E. Coyote from Looney Tunes was famous for running off a cliff, and as soon as he ran, barely missed my grip right there. As soon as he ran off a cliff, first power up lets us grab those chains, by the way. He would stand over the edge of the cliff, just stand there. Ooh, game got spicy there. He would stand there and not fall to his death. So, coyote jumping is something that some game developers added to let you have a little more control, something that feels a little more fair. After you walk off a cliff, you have a couple frames to jump. In this game, we're going to take a death here to reset the room. In this game, we have coyote jumping, where we are allowed to jump at any point after we walk off a ledge. At any point. And that means even if we fall a long distance, by the way, we got the crank key, doesn't mean I'm cranky. It means we can use the crank to open doors. Like right here, we are cranking that door open. Some of the cheeses are in our way and we're just going to collect those. Some of the cheeses are not in our way and those ones we are going to have to hunt down. So a coyote jump is going to be used a little bit in this run. Double jump's now equipped. And we will use that double jump go here, but if you look, oh, that was unfortunate. I mistimed that just a smidge. There, that is what we wanted. So using coyote jumps, when we fall off a ledge, if you watch here, I am going jump in midair. And that wasn't part of my double jump, that was my first jump. And so that coyote jump, like right here, before we hit the ground, we'll jump. And we're going to use those to try to maneuver a little ahead of things. And, oh, I am just hitting those slightly off. These cycles on these are incredibly tight, and I am definitely getting those marathon jitters on them. But coyote jumps are going to become very important in the second world of this game. Start moving our crank ahead of time right here so we could get that door open as soon as possible. And the coyote jumps will let us a lot of times kind of skip some of the climbs, some of the slower movements that would keep us a little bit slowed down. Also, speaking of being slow, we are not anymore because we just got the most important speedrun tech you could want in a game, which is the speed dash. So we will use that dash to move as fast as we can. Unfortunately, here we have to slow down for a bit. And there we go. And we're going to get our final power-up right here, which I call Super Saiyan. It's called Smash, but you kind of do that whole, you know, if you ever watch Dragon Ball, watching Goku go like, ah, we are going to do that, and we are going to use that to smash things open, like right here. Right there, we just smashed it open. We are almost through with World 1, but we are doing World 1 and 2, and World 2 is where we're really going to definitely up the challenge. World 1 is what I call the friendly one. World 1 is the one that is all about just having some fun with the game. It's a good casual, you know, speedrun event. But World 2 is where things get really difficult, and you will see why coming up. So here is the end of World 1. We're going to grab this cheese, talk to the king. If you hit B to try and skip text, it will exit the dialogue, and the king will then reset everything he says. It doesn't end until he's done talking. So we keep going through this as quick as we can. And the end screen, yes, that was the end of the game. We got 11 out of 11 cheeses, and that is about a half minute off from world record, and we're still in it because we are doing World 1 and 2 back to back. So we keep going. World 2, the king is there right away, pretty much essentially. If we talk to him, he's like, dude, how are you doing this again? How are you in this for a second time? And it's like, well, because we like cheese. I mean, I don't know about any of you. I love cheese. Cheese is good. I mean, if you're lactose intolerant, I can understand cheese can be a little bit of a problem, but cheese is good. Especially like on pizza, on a burger, on a sandwich. There's so many good ways to do cheese. And this guy right here, he understands it. He is like, I just want to steal a bunch of cheese. World 2, you get your power-ups in a completely different order. By the way, now is a good time if there is anything else, because we're stuck in a little bit of backtracking.
Nothing yet. Just letting everybody know what's coming up in a little bit. We're continuing with the really, really fast stuff with Half Minute Hero coming up next. And then Crystal Project at the beginning of the Witching Hour. But Crystal Project, we are still waiting on some more donations for the names. I don't think Azula should be this far behind Bayonetta, but that's just me. That's just me. And Luca is okay. That's a shame. Luca is ahead of Y'shtola, which, come on. Where's my cat girls at?
Yeah, definitely keep those donations coming. So that jump right back there. We are going to be back to it in a second. We have to grab this cheese because 100%. We need all that Gouda cheese. Yeah, I am partial to a bad pun or two. I love them. This is where we need coyote jumps. Ooh, and I still didn't even quite pull it. World 2 is an interesting one because there are a lot of, in the casual run of World 2, there are frame perfect tricks. And we have to do frame perfect tricks while doing like speed tricks at the same time. This is a great game for just really cranking the challenge up from World 1 to World 2. By the way, you could guess...
cranking.
Oh, you'll never hear me be cranky about cranking, especially with the crank key. Yeah, I could do that all day. So, right now, we're going to walk past King again. We will see him at the end of this run, but for right now, we will also see him at the start of the run. And we're going to crank away at that gate, wait for this. And here we have to do a little puzzle solving. You have to open that one so you can pop here so you don't die from that thing. This room here is a potentially frustrating thing. So to use the smash, the Super Saiyan move, you have to hit down. To climb down that ladder, you have to hit down. And you could lose a ton of time trying to get down that ladder, and you just keep going, boom. By the way, this run's great because World 2, you get the dash move this early. And so we are going to dash our way through the rest of this as much as we can. See you later, King. We will see him again quite soon. And we will just keep popping along. And this game, by the way, if you were wondering, are there glitches in this game? There are a lot of glitches, and they are very hard to replicate. They are just tricky glitches. So hopefully we don't see too many, because typically if you see a glitch on this, it is something that's going to cause you a lot of problems. It can also save you a lot of time, but not too often. So we're going to blow this up, and now we need to go all the way back to where that was. Luckily, we have this dash. And I moved just a touch too far there. This room is far trickier than it looks because hitboxes, unfortunately, in this game are a bit more creative than you'd like them to be. Hitboxes are where they want to be, not where they should be. I did that so poorly. I got ahead of myself. Want to fall down safely there. And this room is a room that one of my friends loves to call the Super Meat Boy room because it just turns into a death trap. If you do something wrong in that room, it will haunt you. You will die repeatedly. I have literally died like dozens of times in 1 second in that room. So it is the Meat Boy room. Once again, another round of the crank key, and now we need to go all the way back to where we were near the start of this run, because this one really requires that whole Metroid feel of as you go along, you open up new things, and as you open up new things, you have to go back and find the old things that are now new. So we are going
Wanted to say really quick, we did get a $5 donation from Professor NES saying, Baby Swiss. Wait, we aren't doing best cheese of the moment donations?
I say name the best cheeses. In fact, donate and tell us your favorite cheeses. By the way, this here is the frame perfect trick. Oh, and I got it. I never get that on the first attempt. It can go really wrong. I've had a lot of runs completely die there. That jump is incredibly hard and is not appropriate for being a regular strat in the game. So, huzzah. I mean, I'm not going to complain about getting that. And we are now approaching the final stretch of this run. And unfortunately, the final stretch of me being with all of you. I do want to say I am always so happy to be welcomed back to Speedrun Ragnarok. I have been at several of them, a couple of them before, and I am always so glad to be here. Time is coming up in just a sec, as soon as the screen goes black. So ready, set, time. And yes, that was the end of the game. 10 out of 10 collected. That would be, unfortunately, about 4 or 13 seconds off of world record, but that was a really good run. And I just want to say,
very good.
I am always so happy to be welcomed back. Speedrun Ragnarok, great community, great hosts. By the way, thank you so much for hosting my run. I really appreciate you. And I just want to say, everyone out there, be good to each other and be good to yourselves and donate some money. This is a great cause. Mental health is very important. I always tell people to be good to each other and to themselves because it's all about having that positivity, good mental health, sharing it around the community, taking care of each other. And of course, also, I always love to say, trans rights are human rights because be good to each other. I mean, how else can I put that? But much love to all of you, and thank you so much for letting me show you this cute little thing.
Well, thank you so much for running that for us, Heponwana. Again, where can they find you if they want to watch more of you?
So I do a lot of really cool, esoteric, weird speedruns like this one. I do it over at Twitch. My channel is Heponwana. Pretty much any social media, if I do have a presence, it's Heponwana. Luckily, you have a weird enough screen name. Nobody takes it before you do. So I am Heponwana everywhere. I'm always trying to be positive. And end of this weekend, after Speedrun Ragnarok ends, I will also be doing Extra Life if anybody wants to pop in and see me sleep deprived, raising more money for more good causes. Because that's what we should be doing. Good, positive
that's what we do. Sleep deprivation. I mean, and good causes. Both of those things. So.
But donate. And say what your favorite cheeses were. Let's keep cheese donations going the rest of this amazing event.
The spirit of cheese will never die. All right, thank you. Thank you so much. We will be back in just a few minutes with Half Minute Hero. Stay tuned to Speedrun Ragnarok 2023.